So maybe it's just me and the fact that I just recently returned back from a week-long vacation in Belgium that I've started to have some like gaming nostalgia. I wanted to kind of go back to a type of game that is really hard to find right now and used to be ubiquitous. It used to be everywhere. And as you can tell, I'm playing Heroes and Generals, so it's the World War II shooter. Granted, while I was there, I learned about a lot about World War I history, but Belgium was really affected by both. Of course, I went to spend some time at Ypres, and if you have not looked up the history of Ypres and haven't learned a lot about World War I history, I highly advise you doing that, because it's staggering, the type of the casualties and the way that the war was fought and why it was fought. That is staggering, and the outcome of World War I really affected the whole world, in that a lot of the things that arose out of World War I and the treaty that was signed at the end of the war really gave rise to the Hitlers of the world, the Mussolinis of the world, all these war reparations that Germany was saddled with after World War I really gave rise to the Nazis. So, to put my history book away, we're actually talking about the game Heroes and Generals. This has been actually a very welcome surprise to me. Being a free game on Steam, you kind of can't expect too much out of it. But so far, and this is very early in my gameplay, I'm actually under level 3. I'm only, I think, a level 2 right now. I'm only with a German, so you get to pick the different sides you want, and you have to have a soldier for each side. So right now, I'm actually playing with my German character, trying to build it up to level 3. Because once you hit level 3, it actually opens it up into a more broad scope. When you're playing under level 3, it's just small little skirmish battles. But after you hit level 3, you get to progress on to a bigger overall European conflict. And so that's what we're doing right now, trying to build up our character, try to get to that next stage. So, yeah, it might be fitting that I'm playing with the Germans. We end up losing this one, but to be honest, my team and the Germans were basically a bunch of Muppets on my team, and so we didn't do all that great. A lot of the battles on this particular map end up focusing on the B flag, which is what I'm looking at right now. The gameplay is a little slower in this game. Of course, if you're thinking about it in Advanced Warfare standards, it's going to be at a snail's pace, but this is the type of game. World War II games were the basis for Call of Duty. I mean, that's what Call of Duty was. I know some people don't remember anything before Modern Warfare, but Call of Duty started out as a World War II shooter. And so that's what I'm missing. I used to play all of those games. I played every single one of them, and I miss it now. So the gameplay is a little slower. One thing that you're going to notice about Heroes and Generals is that as far as the shooting is concerned, the mechanics are something that you can just kind of pick up and do. You kind of get it. It's intuitive now because you've played so many different shooter games. But with this, you actually have to lead your target a little bit more. The damage models are a little more specific in terms of where you shoot the person and how much damage they're taking. It seems to me like it takes a little more effort to make sure that you're making your shots count, because, whoa, that guy scared the hell out of me. How I didn't take any damage, I don't know, but here's me running through. I actually had a couple of really good runs in this game, and as you saw just then, a headshot, a single headshot is insta-death. It's a one-hit headshot, and so I like that. It actually pays off, and I actually do get kind of lucky a couple of times when I hit people in the head. Granted, I'd love to say that my accuracy is always that perfect in this game, but considering you actually have to lead your targets, you actually have to worry about bullet travel time, I get lucky a few times. And I actually run off a few good riffs. But the fact that, like I said, I was on a team with a bunch of Muppets, we didn't advance very far. And they typically had a lot of guys hanging out in the back, sniping, which made the A flag completely inaccessible. And without any kind of concerted effort or a lot of teamwork involved, you weren't going to do anything. And you can see I'm trying to, at a very minimum, knock some people down. If you wound them, that's great, but you don't get health regeneration the way that you think of with most games. Ooh, and look at that headshot. 2 down. And so you're constantly trying to capture these flags, and depending on how long you hold the control point is, it's basic. If you play any first-person shooters with any kind of domination mode, you get it. It's not very hard to figure out. But I've just missed this style of game, and one of the things that I'm really hoping with the next Treyarch game, I know that public opinion has kind of shifted away from them going towards a World at War 2 game. I think that public opinion is now saying that they're really they're probably not going to make World at War 2, at least right now. I was kind of upset by that, but there are games like Heroes and Generals that are really filling the gap for me, and I've been enjoying this game a lot. And so I know a lot of people have kind of dubious expectations of a free-to-play game, but this game has actually been out, and you can see up in the right-hand corner, the top right corner, it says beta. Yeah, it is actually still pre-release. But given that it's free, what's it really hurt? I mean, I personally have enjoyed it, and as I've kind of read more about their release schedule and how they've been updating the game, they actually have been pretty busy in making sure that they're adding more factions, adding more guns, adding vehicles, all those types of things. You can fly planes in this, but you have to actually have your character focused on a specific kind of soldier. You can't just... Any soldier can't just automatically be a pilot, or kind of like Battlefield where anybody can jump into a tank or anybody can jump into a plane. You actually have to kind of specialize each character. You can have multiple characters, but you're not going to be able to always be able to do everything you want unless you're playing with a specialized character. This was just a horrible sequence for me where I was hunted down by a couple of guys. I don't know how I didn't kill that guy, but I think I was aiming a little low on him. Seems like most of my aim, I'm really good at chest shots, but it takes a little while. I'm using the Gewehr, and it takes a little while to knock people down. As you progress and as you get credits, you can actually purchase more weapons and other secondaries and things like that, which will affect, of course, the way that you play. You have to purchase a sniper rifle. You just don't have a sniper class. And see, all I'm doing is trying to nade this thing, and it's, of course, going terribly wrong. But I don't know how many of y'all miss World War II shooters like I do. I used to play, like I said, I played so many of them, and I miss them. I think that there is a market for them now. I know that the younger generation might not always appreciate kind of slower-paced games, but I really do feel like there is a strong contingent of people that would like more strategy-driven first-person shooters. I think that not everything has to be jetpacks and laser beams, and I'm nostalgic for the days of a slower, more strategic, team-based shooter. And I know everybody will say, well, why don't you just play Battlefield? Trust me, I do. Played Battlefield a lot. It's just that sometimes that almost goes in the entire opposite arena. It goes almost too big and too in your face. This kind of has an excellent balance between what I like and what I miss about those old-timey shooters, but it still adds something new, a new little wrinkle, and I appreciate that. And you can see I'm just terrorizing these guys right now, but of course we're not advancing anywhere. This is a game that's you're gonna have to have some buddies to really make a dent in this. Otherwise, you're just out trying to get kills. So I think the gameplay is about to wrap up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you enjoyed seeing some Heroes and Generals, make sure to let me know, and I'd love to be able to post some more gameplay for you. If you see the G2A link, make sure if you're looking to do some game purchasing, make sure to click the link. And I hope you join me for the next one. This has been your boy Jumbo Bunny, and I'm out of here.